sometimes tempting talaga to use more of a particular ingredient dahil iniisip mo na parang, okay, pag mas marami akong ginamit, mas gaganda yung skin ko. But keep in mind that a lot of these lightening skin ingredients can also be irritating. Meron ako mga kilala, imbes na twice a day application, they use it 3 times or 4 times a day. Instead of just using like recommended or lower concentration, dinadamihan nila. And yung isa pang very, very common mistakes are using rejuvenating sets. So in one product, sometimes tatlo yung exfoliants, tapos meron ka pang retinoid, tapos meron ka pang lightening skin ingredients. And you know, sometimes when you first use them, meron talaga siya magandang effect. But after that, I've seen a lot of patients who use all of these skin irritating ingredients together na imbis na gumanda yung skin nila in the long run, nagkaroon pa sila ng rebound hyperpigmentation. Hi everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's episode will be on DERM talk. Alam ko guys, sobrang gasgas na tong topic na to, but for some reason, I still get a lot of questions about it. So yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon are 5 mistakes that people do when they want to treat their dark spot and hyperpigmentation. Number 1, misunderstanding or not understanding the cause of your hyperpigmentation. So, karaniwan kasi akala ng mga tao, lahat ng mga hyperpigmentation or dark spots pare-parehas. Actually, hindi totoo yan. May mga iba tayong tinatawag na melasma, meron tayong sunspots, meron tayong mga post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and iba-iba yung cause nito. For example, of course, UV radiation is one of the biggest factors that contribute to pigment alteration. But may mga iba pang mga contributory factors like hormones, for example, or genetics, or skin type, and your practices. Why is it important to know the cause of your hyperpigmentation? It's important because the treatment approaches for each type will be different, and also so that you would know what to avoid. Mistake number 2, overusing skin lightening ingredients. Now, alam ko, sometimes tempting talaga to use more of a particular ingredient dahil iniisip mo na parang, okay, pag mas marami akong ginamit, mas gaganda yung skin ko. But keep in mind that a lot of these lightening skin ingredients can also be irritating. Meron ako mga kilala, imbes na twice a day application, they use it 3 times or 4 times a day. Instead of just using like recommended or lower concentration, dinadamihan nila. And yung isa pang very, very common mistakes are using rejuvenating sets. So in one product, sometimes tatlo yung exfoliants, tapos meron ka pang retinoid, tapos meron ka pang lightening skin ingredients. And you know, sometimes when you first use them, meron talaga siya magandang effect. But after that, I've seen a lot of patients who use all of these skin irritating ingredients together na imbis na gumanda yung skin nila in the long run, nagkaroon pa sila ng rebound hyperpigmentation. So I'm not saying that all rejuve sets are bad. I've seen rejuvenating sets that contain, gentle ingredients. What's important is number 1, to know what they contain. Number 2, pinaka-importante talaga to consult. Kasi like I said, not all skin pigmentation issues are the same. Melasma is super, super different from post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which is also different from your sunspots, your freckles, and your solar lentigines. And for the untrained eye, they can all look the same. Kaya talaga importante na kung hindi ka sigurado kung ano yung type of pigmentation na meron ka sa skin mo, mag-consult ka. And we can make the right recommendations, not only based on your skin issues, but also on your habits, your lifestyle, and even your budget. And another thing that you should always remember when using skin lightening ingredients is proper sun protection, which brings us to mistake number 3, which is skipping sun protection. Now, I know that most people are already well informed about the benefits of sun protection and about using sunscreens regularly, but I still encounter patients who only use them when they go outdoors, specifically to the beach. Yung palagi ko ina-emphasize is even when we just, walk outdoors or walk to work, walk to school, when we jog sometimes, or even run errands. So meron mga individuals na they feel, okay, I'm inside the car, or I'm inside the office, but they tend to forget na pag nasa kotse ka, di ba, meron kang window glass. And maliwanag yun, di ba? Window glass only blocks UVB, but it lets UVA rays in. And kami nga yung para maalala namin kung ano yung difference ng UVA and UVB. UVA is the aging ray. You don't really feel it so hot on your skin, but it goes deeper. So, ito yung nagkakos ng photoaging. It can even lead to like mga skin cancers, etc. Even yung office window mo, it only blocks UVB. So, very, very important pa rin to put on sun protection even when you're going to be indoors the whole time, just so that you have protection in case ma-expose ka to UV radiation. So, ako halimbawa, I go to work, I walk. It's a 3 to 5 minute walk from where I live to my clinic. But the whole day I'm inside my clinic, it's air conditioned, I don't get sweaty. So I just make sure that before going to work, I apply ample amount of sunscreen. And I may or may not reapply depending if I'm going outside or I'm just gonna stay in my clinic. So very, very important is not skipping sunscreen, applying the right amount of sunscreen, and reapplying as necessary. And when it comes to sunscreen, always remember to look for broad spectrum so that it protects against both UVA and UVB. Ako yung minimum requirement ko is SPF 30. But kung hindi ka sure at ayaw mo ng sobrang kapal, maybe safer to go for a higher SPF, like an SPF 50+, and the one with a PA of 3+. Actually, 2+ is the minimum, but pwede na yung higher para mas protected ka. And for those of you with existing pigmentation already like melasma, etc., you may want to opt for tinted sunscreens kasi may added zinc oxides yun that protect against visible light. Now we go to mistake number 4, which is having an inconsistent skincare routine. So, di ba, syempre tayo, kahit naman ako minsan, I get a little bit impatient, especially when I've been using like skincare products for like mga 2 weeks na. Tapos parang, ano ba yun, wala akong nakikita. It's very, very important to understand, number 1, that it really takes time for your skincare products to work. Like kung sinasabi sa patients ko, you may notice something at 2 weeks, but usually it will take 6 to 8 weeks for you to see something. And for significant changes, 12 weeks yung sinasabi ko. And isa sa mga reasons why people don't really see improvement in their skin is, number 1, they're not consistent. Meaning, okay, I'll apply skincare products now and then I'll skip tomorrow and then I'll apply it again and then I'll change to another product or I'll change the order. Parang ganun. So, kailangan, you have to identify with your dermatologist as much as possible, especially if you have skin pigmentation issues. You have to identify which types of products will work for you and kung ano yung order ng pag-apply niya, kung morning ba siya or night, and stick to it. That's why usually pag may nagko-consult sa akin about pigmentation, we monitor, we take pictures, and then I normally tell them to come back after 2 months. Kasi in a month, honestly, we may or may not see anything, and sayang effort and time and money ng pagpunta niya dito. So, be very consistent, and I think you also have to be a little bit more patient. And lastly, mistake number 5, DIY treatments and using home remedies. So ito guys, actually medyo controversial to because again, with so much information available online, di ba marami mga tutorials, mga how-tos, tapos yung mga, sharing of my discoveries and like things you can use at home for your skin, how to mix this and that. It can be tempting to actually make your own skincare products, okay? Kasi in the convenience of your home, mas mura siya, etc. But what people fail to consider is that, number 1, a lot of our skincare products, syempre, inaral yan. Inaral yung formulation niya, kung ito bang ingredient na ito, pag hinalo mo dito, wala siyang parang chemical reaction na mangyayari. Plus, they contain preservatives. So, they can last in a container for months, sometimes even years, di ba? When you do your DIY treatments at home, hindi controlled yan. For example, one very common ingredient na lagi-lagi kong narinig is calamansi. When we're talking about calamansi, okay, maybe you're after the acid in the calamansi, whatnot, but not all calamansi is the same, di ba? Hindi sila pare-pares. Merong mas maasim, merong mas hinog, merong overripe na. Ngayon, pag gumawa ka ng skincare products, halimbawa ng calamansi, tapos hinaluan mo ng honey or what, number 1, you don't know how they will react when mixed together. Number 2, iba-iba, hindi standardized yung klase ng calamansi, for example. And number 3, hindi mo naman alam kung, even yung honey, di ba? Mas marami ba siyang pure honey or maybe hinaluan siya ng sugar or what. And when you apply it on your skin, these chemical reactions that occur between the ingredients can affect your skin and can even irritate your skin, making your lesions worse. And ang isa pang downside ng mga DIY treatments, hindi mo naman yun mauulit-ulit eh. Kasi hindi nga siya standardized. What if like in your first concoction, yung nagamit mo na fruit, hinog-hinog na, and then when you did it again, parang mas hilaw siya. So, it's not consistent. Plus, there are no studies, walang parang testing na ginawa. So, hindi mo talaga alam kung maganda to sa'yo. Another example are essential oils. So, naku, maraming magalit sa akin dito. Guys, I'm not saying essential oils are bad. I like essential oils for aromatherapy, and a lot of the products out there use extracts, essential oils, etc. Parang yung point ko lang is, when you're using a product, use it the way they are meant to be used. Okay, meaning kung essential oil siya for aromatherapy, huwag mo siyang gagamitin as a skincare ingredient. Kasi normally yung mga ganyan, very potent yan. Di ba pag naglagay ka ng ilang drops, ilang oras mabango yung room mo. So, pag nilagay mo yung essential oils to treat your skincare issues and skincare problems, they might cause irritation rather than, curing your problem, contributing to worsening or even, alam mo yun, paglaki ng lesion mo. So, ano pa ba? Mga baking soda, toothpaste also. So, yung point ko lang is, huwag na tayong mag-experiment ng masyado. Even if, say, may nakita ka on TikTok or online na ganun. Kasi nga, sometimes, and most of the time actually, I see a lot of patients who encounter irritation, allergies from doing DIY and employing home remedies. So that's it. 5 mistakes that some people do when they treat their hyperpigmentation and dark spots. So guys, andito naman kami mga dermatologists. Yung takeaway message ko lang talaga dito is, huwag kayong mahiyang mag-consult. Dark spots, hyperpigmentation, very common yan sa atin, lalo na tayong mga Pilipino because we have a lot of melanin in our skin. Minsan nga, mas scratch ka lang may pigmentation na. Now, there are a lot of ways of preventing it, pero when you do kasi treatments that are not guided, pwede talagang makasama pa siya and madadagdagan pa yung problema mo. So, takeaway from this video is do not hesitate to consult an expert in skin, such as a dermatologist when you have problems like hyperpigmentation and dark spots kasi marami naman tayong pwedeng gawin about that. So, guys, let's keep this conversation going pa rin as usual. Alam ko, marami kayong mga tanong na maybe hindi ko nasagot or meron kayong mga statements na sinabi ko na hindi kayo nag-agree. So the comment section is very open and all your comments, suggestions, reactions, personal stories, and experiences are welcome. So don't hesitate, okay? And again, if you like this type of video, if you want me to do more of mistakes, conversations like this under Derm Talk, please let us know. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and turn on notifications. So with that, bye everyone, and I'll see you again in my next video.